Hi, happy Valentine's Day. I hope you didn't forget it. What's up everybody, it's Timo here and thanks for tuning in for yet another vid, and today we are talking about the photographer's block. What happens when the inspiration is swooshed out of the window and is nowhere to be found and photography feels like bleh. Today I will be sharing with you guys 3 tips how to clear that photographer's block, how to get out of the rut, how to get back that inspiration so you will be taking those banger shots again in no time. Okay, so the tip number 1 is the thing that I personally do as a first thing whenever photography starts to feel like boring or I start to feel uninspired with it. And that is go manual. Get yourself a manual vintage lens like Helios 44 or some other classic manual lens. Now these come in various shapes and sizes and with various focal lengths, so you can find a 35mm or a Helios 44 which is 58mm or then 135mm, and you can get beautiful photos with these. And even if these lenses have their flaws, they have bad flares or really shallow depth of field like with Helios 44, you can still use those things as your advantage, and you can use these things to get creative with your photography instead of thinking about them like that sucks, I'm not gonna do that. Just give these manual vintage lenses a shot and I promise that they will get your creative juices flowing. There's no autofocus, there's no electronics, there's nothing, so you are in full control of what your photographs become. Therefore you can only blame yourself if they suck, but and this is a cheap option that you can try out because these lenses cost next to nothing. Like Helios 44 is around 50 bucks on eBay or on Amazon, and they usually come with the adapter that you need to connect them to your camera body. So give them a shot, you lose nothing, and if you don't like it you can always sell it or you can try to destroy one. Helios 44 is like a tank. It's indestructible, I'm telling you. Now don't go trying that. If you want to destroy a Helios 44, instead of destroying it, just send it to me. The tip number 2 is to challenge yourself. Now, if you're mainly shooting portraits and shooting of portraits starts to feel like, not another corporate headshot, please go and try out landscapes. Or if you're a landscape photographer, go out and try product photography. And if you're already doing product photography, try doing it differently. Try using those manual lenses with your product photography. Try creating new things with those. Because those manual lenses, they bring out those flares, they have that beautiful bokeh. Try to use that with your product photography and see whatever it may bring to that game. And if you don't want to try out manual lenses, just change the setting. If you're shooting inside in your own house, in your studio all the time, try going out, try taking shots at night, go into the city, take 2 portable lights like aperture lights and go out into the city and try to create feeling from there. Or try out long exposure shots with your product photography. Now, long exposure nighttime product photography. That sounds good. That actually sounds good. This is how these ideas come to me, long exposure nighttime product photography. No one would have thought of that. I'm gonna give that a shot. Hands down, long exposure nighttime product photography. I'm gonna give that a shot. You do the same. Third and the final tip is ask your friends. If you have friends that are doing photography, I'm pretty sure that they have already gone through the same kind of situation that you are in right now. They have most likely been through the photographer's block at some point in their lives or in their careers. So ask them, what did they do? How did they get over it? And if you don't have any friends that do photography, go out and ask your friends on Instagram. Ask from those people that you're sending DMs every day, or if you have a group of friends in there, just go out and ask. I'm pretty sure that your friends are always willing to help you when it comes to this kind of creative blocks. You can always send a DM to someone you follow on Instagram whose photos you like or whose style is inspiring you in some way. You can send out a message saying like, hey, I'm a photographer too, I really like your photos and I really like your style, but I'm going through a little bit of a photographer's block or feeling uninspired. Could you help me out with this? And I promise 100% that if you get a reply from that guy you sent the message to, he's going to help. Because that is how the community of photographers work. We are here to help one another. And if nobody else is replying to your messages, link to my Instagram is right there down below. DM me and I will do my absolute best to help you out of that rut. That's a promise. And before we go, I would like to give a tip to your future self who might be struggling with the photographer's block, and that is use Instagram collections. Whenever you're scrolling through your Instagram feed and you see a photo that inspires you in some way, or which could end up in your bucket shot list, as an addition to double tapping the photo, go ahead and save that to your collections. Now the save icon looks like this, and it's right below the photograph on the right side. Now when you tap that save button, create a collection for it. Now let's say that you find an inspirational landscape shot. Save that photo to the collection of inspirational landscapes. You can niche down all these collections like inspirational product shots, inspirational portraits, shots that I want to do, bucket shots, whatever you want to call them. And this is a good way to go back into those photographs that inspired you in that moment when you saw them. And according to Instagram experts, saving the photograph to a collection is like double tapping the photo 1000 times. It's like a super like to the photograph. So at the same time you are doing a favor to your future self, you are also helping out a fellow creator on Instagram. That's all I have for you guys today. Now I hope you got something out of it. These are the things that I do whenever I feel unmotivated or uninspired with photography, and this is the order that I do them in. Now hit the like button if you like this vid, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you guys in the next vid. Bye. Come on! Is the dirt in there? Boom. Pocket knives.